Now, just let me share with you a fascinating little exchange that happened on the ABC in Darwin yesterday when the public broadcaster's relatively new managing director, Hugh Marks, formerly of the Nine Network, popped in for a chat.
Like, there is this idea, this commentary that the ABC is too left-leaning, too woke. How do you kind of respond to those things?
It's actually a really important issue because I think the content choices we make are really important. And are we getting those choices right all the time? You know, I'm a pretty straight to the point sort of person. I think that's a new approach for the ABC. We will see, you know, how long it takes me to influence the culture of the organisation.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, I just think, you know, having those discussions around the choices that we make of the things that we decide to cover and how, and having that discussion constantly and making sure that we are as relevant as we can for the audiences that we serve, they're the right discussions to be having. So we need to talk about the content. I think sometimes we talked about the process, or we talked about the ABC of it all, or we got stuck in the bureaucracy of the matters. You know, what I want to have the conversations about is, what is the content? Is it connecting with audiences? Are we covering the right things? Are we making the right choices? I think they're really important discussions for us to have.
Well, credit to Marks for not dismissing the issue. He said the ABC has to have the conversation and discuss the stories it covers and how it serves its audiences, which I guess is code for, yeah, we do have a problem with wokeness and political bias. Of course, he should be able to say straight up, yeah, we have a bias problem, a culture problem. He should say, look, given we're a public entity, given we're all on the public payroll, we need to be aware of a natural bias towards big government, towards a collective view of the world. He might go on to cite examples, you know, noting how the contest of ideas just doesn't really happen at the ABC on issues like climate action or energy policy, Indigenous affairs, the Gaza war, union power, the expansion of government, nanny state laws, gender diversity. These should all be lively discussions, and they are in the wider Australian community. But at the ABC, they're all a one-way street. There's a monolithic ABC view on all these issues, and now and then they'll bring in a guest to try and contest them. That gives the game away. The trouble is, if Hugh Marks had the cahoonas to say all that on radio, there'd be a staff revolt and he'd be gone in a couple of months. So he'll try to have the conversation behind the scenes. Good on him for trying, but my guess is he'll get nowhere. Because while you and I like to think it's our ABC or your ABC, that's what they tell us, but the staff there know that it's really their ABC.